My greatest fear is not heights or drowning. My greatest fear is being on my deathbed when I'm 90 years old, looking back and thinking, why didn't I do the thing? Why didn't I just do it? And there comes a time when you know what you want to do, but you're just too scared to do it. You have to make a decision. And in this video, I want to talk about that decision for me. And it all starts with this project, the Elon Musk theme song. No, this is not a satirical song like some Weird Al type of music. I mean, there's obviously a fun element to it because it is Elon Musk, and pretty much everything that he does has some character and has some life to it, even if you hate him. I worked on this song for a really long time, but there's some caveats in that statement, and I really want to take the time here in this video to explain why it took me 6 years to create the Elon Musk theme song, why I did it to begin with, and what the hell that has to do with me being on my deathbed. Like, is my greatest fear me being on my deathbed like, oh, I should have released a theme song about Elon Musk? No, that's not what I'm saying, but I want to explain it all here. And I feel like what a better place to tell my story than on YouTube. My name is Vic Laranja, if you don't know me. I'm a content creator. I've been in the digital agency game for a while, and years ago, I was a full-time music producer. This was like my passion and my dream to win Grammy Awards and be a world-renowned artist. And I really actually tried quite hard. From 2011 until 2018, I put out 4 different albums. Mind you, they were never under my real name, Vic Laranja. I always had this feeling that it wasn't marketable enough. But as time went on in that era of my life, I realized that making music the way I was doing it was not financially sustainable. So I took the skills that I developed, like marketing and production, graphic design, video editing, all that stuff, and I started picking up clients and building a little agency for myself where I could have a monthly income and be creative and do those things. My plan at first was, to keep releasing music and do the agency, but over time, I don't know if you ever run an agency, but it is very demanding. It takes a lot out of you, and there's only so much you can focus on at one time. So at one point, around 2018, 2019, I made the conscious decision where I was just going to stop making music. I was just going to put that dream aside and go all in on the online business thing because it was close, but it paid well. And that was key. Then something happened when I hit this hamster wheel of client after client. I got into making my own content like this, video after video. It all became mundane. And I had this voice come into my mind and say, you quit your dreams. And that voice really sucks to hear. So I dabbled with the idea of releasing a song that maybe I already had in the vault, maybe a song that could go viral. And it wouldn't be about me, it would be about the music. And it's me planting my flag in the ground saying I'm back. You see, I had actually started the Elon Musk theme song before I quit music, when Elon Musk was not nearly as famous as he is today, like not even close. I only found out about Elon at that time because he was being marketed as the real life Iron Man. And I thought that was so badass. There was like this Batman, Christopher Nolan vibe that it was giving, and I wanted to encapsulate that and make this banger, make this hit. If you go and you listen to the Elon Musk theme song, which obviously you should, but you'll hear the Batman, the Christopher Nolan, the Travis Scott influences. So I'm sitting on this song and I'm working on this song over time as Elon keeps getting more and more famous. It's like every year that goes by, this dude is 10 times more famous than he was before. And then he becomes the richest man in the world. And that was kind of the breaking point for me. Right when that happened, I made a conscious decision. This was the song that I was gonna come back with when I came back to music. So as I got closer to making this final decision and pulling the trigger on dropping this song, in comes this other voice in my head saying, why do you need to drop the song? You are doing very well for yourself. My content is successful on TikTok and Instagram, and I'm building the YouTube thing, but my content's doing well. It's actually making me money. I have great clients. I have monthly retainers. Like, I have everything in a good position. Why do I need to go and do this other thing again. Specifically the thing you did for years and years and it didn't work. Why are you gonna go and do that? This is the conversation that's been going on in my head for quite a while. But the tipping point for me was my son being born. Now my son is 2 now, but when he was born, something in my brain kind of changed and I wanted to be more legacy focused. Like I mentioned before, I never dropped any music under my name. I never did anything under my real name until my son was born. And that's what I've been doing since. So God forbid, if I ever passed away, my son has a database of videos that he can get to know his dad, but he doesn't really have a database of music. Therefore, he would never know the true and fullest potential of me. So I decided I'm doing it. I'm dropping the Elon Musk theme song. It's gonna be my first song, and this will put me in a position to drop more songs in the future. So at the end of 2023, I started really focusing on getting this song finished and put together. I think I had the intention to drop it, but deep down, I felt like I wasn't actually going to. You know, when you work on something and you're like, oh yeah, I'm working on it, but you never actually pull the trigger. That was kind of the vibe I had. I even went out of my way and hired someone to master the song, some really, really talented mixing and mastering engineer. And then I like picked a song date to drop it, and I made the cover art using AI, using Midjourney. It actually turned out pretty cool. And then I was just sitting on the upload page like, am I gonna do it? Am I going to actually cross this imaginary line that I've created? That's a tough place to be in, because this is when fear engulfs you, I feel. And it's interesting. I find that when you face a decision like this, if you choose to turn away from it, you probably will not come back to this for years. I've noticed this pattern specifically with something like this. Even with this YouTube video, actually, I didn't even want to drop this. I didn't even want to record this, but I know that I need to continue my YouTube momentum, and this video was my plan. So stick to the plan. And in the context of the Elon Musk theme song, I stuck to the plan and I scheduled it to go out on February 16th, 2024. Once you schedule a song on Spotify or Apple Music or wherever, it's not like a YouTube video that you can just cancel it. The cancellation process is the nightmare. You probably won't even be able to do it. So there was no turning back. And I didn't have much of a marketing plan. So I hit up some of the most respected creator friends that had channels in a similar niche that maybe would appreciate an Elon Musk theme song. I got on some calls with these friends and I gave them the sneak preview. Here's a few of their reactions right here.
It sounds like a theme song for it literally like a theme song like from a film, like a Nolan film.
Bass. I didn't know you could make music, bro. What?
I love it.
You're obviously doing the vocals, that's you.
Yeah, everything is me, bro.
And you recorded it on that microphone right there.
Oh yeah, that's my mic.
This is dope, bro. If you position it right, it'll go viral. It'll go viral for sure.
I'm gonna drop this in the Dogecoin Discord, bro.
Me and my editors then got together and we made a few different resources. So we made a video that would be like a trailer. We made a video of me explaining the song, and then we made a random unknown name video that maybe could go out and go viral on a different channel. Just a lot of short form video content going out for the song, because that's how I've operated for the last few years. And as the time kept ticking and we kept getting closer to the drop date, what ended up happening was the research element kind of got in my head a little bit. Now I gotta say that making music and coming back to music was never about money. And I came across one video of a guy showing his numbers, showing his back end on how much money he makes based on how many plays he's getting. And this felt like a punch in the gut. This guy was getting 2 to 4 million plays on Spotify every month. And he was only making around $2,000 to $3,000 a month doing it. Dude, if I were to make $2,000 a month, I would be starving and my business would crumble. These are numbers that are literally the worst case scenario for me, coming from an agency and creator business. And I was putting pretty much a whole month's worth of effort into a project like this. So that kind of gave me the ick, to be honest. And as the days got closer and closer, I got really anxious. Like my at-home life was getting super tense. And I explained to my wife, like, you know, dropping music makes me really anxious. And that's what was happening again. I was getting super stressed out about this. And that's the thing, is I didn't know. I didn't know what success looked like in this situation. And if you don't have clarity around a goal, around a destination, what happens is you become aimless. If you do not have an aim, you become aimless. That's where I was. I was aimless. I knew that I was gonna put this song up, but I had no metrics. I had no goal of acquisition for success. And I sat down and I tried to really define it, but there was just so many moving parts that I couldn't. And before I knew it, the song dropped. So it's February 16th, I remember this, 7 a.m., I'm in the gym, and I look at my Spotify for artists where it shows the plays, and I have 0 plays on the Elon Musk theme song. I felt this weight off my back. I'm looking at it, 0 plays, and I felt good. It's done. The hard part's over. I crossed the threshold most people will not cross. I decided I was going to face my fears again, and I did. So I finished up at the gym, I went to the office, got on a call with my friend Ivan from ChatGPT Tricks. We posted the trailer video together on Instagram as a collab post. Shout out to ChatGPT Tricks. They are so dope for doing that and helping me with that. This video has over 100,000 plays now on Instagram, which really helped get the word out. And then I continued to follow through on all of the content plans that I had, including this video. Because if you base the success of this track on the metrics, it was a massive failure so far. I've only gotten like 150, somewhat 130 plays on Spotify or something. 137 plays. So 137 plays has been a few days now, right? For old me doing only music, that would have been a nightmare. But the biggest thing for me, guys, is that I am now able to put out music whenever I want. And that deep down was what I really wanted. Overall, I mean, we got some really mixed reviews. Some people said that the track was cringe. Some people said the track was sick, and they actually commented specific lyrics. Like, it was such a mixed bag of feedback, but I don't give a shit. I'm just doing me, man. And I'm gonna drop more music probably every 2 months for the rest of my life. And if you think it sucks, I don't care, because I'm doing it for me. And I hope that you can identify what you want and do that thing for you. So if you like this video, join me on my journey to financial freedom. I'm just gonna share with you what I learned along the way and also show you the story of how I get there.